Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca in with last night's episode of Black Ink Crew Chicago. This is season 5, episode 5, entitled She's Here If You Ever Need Her. Okay, Black Ink Crew Chicago, y'all. Ryan talking to Gina in his town, and they talking about his disappointment in Evenita and Bella fighting down to the convention last week. How Charmaine is messing up, even with the registration. He said Bella and Charmaine just don't know they on probation, and at this point, he not certain if they gonna even be with Nyca long. Now, he sent Charmaine and Four over to the convention to see if they could get Lily and Shine registration situation together so that they can tap, but they couldn't get that done. Van say Evenita was looking so good last night, honey. He was so tore up on top of seeing how good she was looking, he ended up tearing her ass up. Yep, Van then slipped up and fell up into Evenita's puss, child. That's what it is. All that happened the day before Jen is due to come and visit him out there in Vegas. That's messed up that he announces it to the crew, and Bella and her black eye was relieved to hear that because she want Jen to calm Van down some because he been, on one since he got to getting fucked up. And plus, she want Jen to eventually beat Evenita's ass because she can't do it, to cost her job. Now, Evenita seemed irritated to hear that Jen was coming. And I was like, why, bitch? You the side piece without the fry, boo. She ain't no secret. Everybody know Jen. What's poppin', mama? What's poppin'? We see Four and Charmaine return with old photos of Nyca she done had blown up to bring back the memories and to tell Ryan no they couldn't get Shine and Lily registered. So Lily says she ain't going to the convention. She rather just sit there and chill at the Airbnb and get drunk and high since she can't make her no coins down to the convention. You got Ryan, Gina, Charmaine, Van, the crew, minus a few folks at the convention, and up comes Junior. And Charlie was like a big-ass reunion of the fellas. Now, Charmaine didn't know really how to feel since she led the fight against Junior last season when they thought he had actually hit Reese. But we all know now Reese lied. We knew then, too, because we watched the footage. Junior just happy to be around again. He said them allegations really did hurt him. See, that's what I be telling y'all. About folks with this Me Too movement and stuff like that. Them allegations alone can really destroy someone's career. So you have to be careful and make sure that your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed before you make any kind of assumption about the next man and what they have done. But see, that man's career suffered as a result of that lie. He had a little setback, but now he glad that it's all said and done. He's been vindicated. Thank God for the films that proved that he didn't do it, because there was a lot of people saying that he was abusive to women, and that just wasn't the case in that situation. Was he too liquored and too turned up? Yeah, but he didn't hit her. Anyway, Charmaine apologized to Junior for believing Reese, and he accepted it. He said he wanted to move on, so they give him an old nasty piece of Nyca shirt, and child, he was all happy. So it appears that the crew is somewhat getting back together. As I told y'all, this season will be surrounding the first few episodes of the crew coming back together since Ryan out his feelings and stuff. So Four did a tat on this chick, and he shares with us that he ain't been in a good place since him and Nikki broke up. He said his career, his rapping career has been stagnant, but, he did do a very nice tat. I appreciate the fact that he was transparent and what's been going on with him. You can tell that he really hasn't been himself this season, but it's good to hear him be able to admit that. And I'm pretty sure that he gonna find his happy place again. Hell, they were in a relationship, the shit over. It takes some time to get past, a broken heart and whatnot. Anyway, Van and Jen arrived together, and Evenita was looking crazy, but again, Jen is no secret. You the stupid bitch for fucking him, because he ain't gonna replace Jen with you, girl. You played yourself. You could tell it was this awkwardness there because Van is guilty. Evenita in her feelings, so he decided to try to break the monotony right then, break some of that tension up. So he take Jen up to the room, child, and they in there talking and loving on each other. She ain't even know that Van had an apprentice named Evenita. But she got her good eye on her. Like I said, up in the room, him and Jen is talking and hugging and missing on each other. And here comes Evenita to the door talking about they got to be at the convention early the next day. Just making reasons not to carry her ass away because she in her feels, because she thought last night, since he made her feel good, that that was the beginning of something special. But see, you played yourself. He was drunk. You was available ass and he took it, and now his real woman here, and he don't want no parts of you, girl. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. I was ready for Jen to nut up, to be honest, but she didn't. But she did feel something wasn't quite right. So the next day, Shine goes to talk to Ryan and see, he had planned on making some money and some connections down there. And he don't like how nonchalant this crew is about making money and being respectful. So he basically telling Ryan that, he respect him and everything, but he got to roll out, he gonna have to go to greener pastures. And Ryan didn't get upset. He respected that. Hell, he said if it wasn't his business, he bounced too. So, bye, Shine. I guess you might come back to dip over in the lily pad pond, but other than that, he has moved on to greener pastures. Bye, Shine. Now, Jen confronts Van because his behavior has been a little weird. Plus, he doing a lot of excessive drinking, and a woman just knowing something ain't right with her man. She want to know what the hell it is. Van has to admit that he did sleep with Evenita. Jen is naturally hurt. She said, can she go and fuck? And he said yes, but we all know he lying because he went crazy last season when he thought she was down to the club with a dude, so he lying. Of course, she crying and whatnot, and he apologizing to her, saying that he want to be with her and he want to move past it. It kills me when a man says that let's move past it, as if what he has just done to you is so minute that you should be able to, just because he admitted his wrongdoing, not suffer the consequences thereof. That's foolishness at its finest, if you ask me. But anyway, he's telling her that he want to be with her, and she said, prove it. I want to be your wife, marry me. And child, he agreed to that bullshit, all because he don't want to lose her. He then goes and tells Charmaine, who he didn't want her to tell everybody, but Charmaine can't hold water. She ran off to tell the crew that him and Jen was about to get married. So the quick planning begins. Ryan tells Lily Jr. is back, and she's surprised but says she can be cool with him drunk or sober. I said she sure can, because if you notice, she been cool and sober. She been cool all season long. See, that's what some good weed and a pill or two might do for you. I'm wrong for that. I don't know that girl pop no pill. We know she smoked that good reefer, but we don't know nothing about no pills. But that girl being calm this season because they done told her all that erratic behavior and fighting gonna land you off this show. And if you off this show, that means you don't get a check. And everybody wants to get their check. I don't know too many people that's gonna fuck up the money. So that's why that girl being cool. But she still gonna be a little ticket boom. I'm willing to bet you before the end of the season. Say she ain't gonna snap. But yes, she is at some point. Yes, she is. It's something about that juncture make her snap every time. Anyway, the guys go out doing me and shit on them little bikes or cars or whatever the hell that was. And Ryan said it just feels good, He wants Junior to come back to 9 Mag full time. Now, he want to come back, but he want to come back without the bullshit. Child, so I think he gonna wind up trying to go back, but they gonna try to deal with that animosity that still lies between Junior, Lily Pad, and Junior New Woman. Van then confesses that he get married that day. He said he admitted to sleeping with Evenita, and Jen said she want to marry him for him to prove that he want to be with her and her only. They asking him, dog, but do you really want to get married? Notice he never said yes. All he said is, I don't want to lose her. So they decide to get him together before the wedding, a.k.a. more liquored up before the wedding later on. The females is over there getting ready, and Evenita come in and ask what they doing. They say preparing to go to Van and Jen's wedding. Well, that hoe got in her feelings and talking about she gonna go to another hotel, and not one fuck was given on that day. Girl, you was quick puss. He don't want you, and they don't care about you. Bye, Evenita. Now down to the chapel, they finishing getting gin together, and Van is so super drunk he can barely stand up. Ryan and them is trying to sober him up, but child, he lit. He was nowhere near ready to be married. Van eventually tells her that as she walks down the aisle and they getting ready to go into the nuptials, he explains that he love her, he want her, but he eventually he want to marry her, just not like that. She said, I knew you was going to pull some bullshit. I knew you didn't want to get married to me. That's fine. You could tell she was hurt, and she basically just walked away saying that he full of shit. Well, girl, if you knew the man was full of shit, why would you go through all of that? Look, a man is only going to do what you allow, Jen. And for many a moons since we've been down here, at least 5 good ones, you have allowed this man to take your heart and play games with it. Who can you blame but yourself? Now, Van, that was some gutter sniper ass shit you did to live with old Evenita and get her false hopes and whatnots. But at the end of the day, again, to both ladies, a man is only going to do what you allow. That brings us to the conclusion of last night's episode of Black Ink Crew Chicago. If you have any questions, anything you would like to discuss further, please do that down in the panic section. I will be trying to catch up on comments this today and tomorrow. Y'all, I have not felt good. That's why you have not been seeing my face on these YT streets or my voice. I just needed to go and try to get myself together. Old nasty piece of coal is still all up and through me. But I'm going to give y'all the best of me, the best way I know how. Patreon next week, we got a story time coming for my Patreon love things. Next week, there will be a video put up over there, a story time that I want to share with you all. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and welcome to the family. I hope you like the ambiance. I'm not always in podcast format, but this allows me the flexibility when I'm not feeling my best to be able to come on down and through and give you a piece of me. That's what it do. So I will see you guys when I'm feeling better on camera, but I will be back tomorrow for Fuck Shit Friday. If you have any topics that you have not submitted already, feel free to do so at the bottom of this video. This is the only video I'm going to check. I might check my IG inbox at the very least. That's what I'll do, but I'm not going to go looking for content. I'm just going to come on and do what I do best, which is talk shit and swallow spit during those segments. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on these YT streets. Comment down below in the panic section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this episode, as well as any Fuck Shit Friday topics you would like discussed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for the free 99. Hit your notification bell button so that each and every time that I drop a pre-recorded video or go live from this channel, you will be notified. Also, there will be a video up on the evolution of Nyca, which is my second channel dedicated to lupus, autoimmune disease, and everything surrounding it. I will have a video up over there in about an hour. You can go over there and check that out, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Fuck Shit Friday. Peace.